I'm John Walker. Welcome back to Bearcat Update.
Welcome to this week's episode of Bearcat Update. I'm your host, John Walker. Last week was homecoming week, and this year it felt a little weird to not have a homecoming football game. In a perfect world, Northwest would have hosted Pitt State last Saturday to cap off the week of festivities. And although we had no football game, we still had the parade where we got to see many of the Northwest athletes throughout the parade having a good time. Many athletes will be back in action this school year, including Northwest Cross Country. The Bearcats will be competing in the 2020 Cross Country Team Championships October 30th in Wichita, Kansas, and the meet is not associated with the NCAA or the MIAA due to the cancellation of fall championships. If they're successful there, they'll get a chance to compete in a pseudo-national championship in the middle of November in Lubbock, Texas. Our reporter Chase Chambers met with the runners to see their view on practicing this season and the late start. Chase.
Senior Tucker Dahl has built a long-lasting relationship with his teammates in the last 3 years and wants to continue that bond.
My favorite thing about running here in Northwest is probably just how big of a family that it's grown over the past few years, because there was definitely been division at times when I was first here. At least it didn't feel as whole, and I feel just every year we've gotten closer and closer, and we just all have become more like-minded, and we just want to succeed.
The team puts in the miles day in and day out to see their hard work pay off.
So right now, since we're in season, it's probably 65 to 70 a week for me.
You wouldn't think a runner has the biggest shoe collection, but Tucker is giving everyone a run for their money.
I'd go 4 to 5 a year, so probably about 20 to 22, somewhere around there.
With the uncertainty of the season, the team is making changes on and off the course.
Go in pods and just kind of separate practice time out to not have everyone out together at once.
With the cancellation of fall championships, the team is coming together to find different motivations to push through the season.
It was definitely a blow and definitely demotivated for a little while, but I don't think that ever stopped us.
On October 7th, it was announced that the cross-country season would start on October 30th at the 2020 Cross Country Championships in Wichita, Kansas. Reporting for Bearcat Update, I'm Chase Chambers.
Thanks, Chase. Like we said, the team will be back in action October 30th in Wichita, Kansas, with the women running at 4 and the men scheduled to run at 4:40. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we talk about winter sports right here on Bearcat Update. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Last week we talked about the MIAA giving the green light for winter sports. The basketball teams start practicing this Thursday. When they start their season, they'll compete against Northeastern State in Tahlequah, Oklahoma on November 19th. Our reporter Dylan Johnson met with some players from the men's basketball team to find out their thoughts on the preparation leading up to the season and the season actually beginning. Dylan.
Recently, winter sports received the green light to get back to work. However, the Bearcats men's basketball team never stopped.
You just get that feeling in your stomach where, it's starting to set in that it's probably not going to happen this year. But, you still have to prepare for it, so we still went through all the workouts, found a way to get better, but the uncertainty was hard to deal with sometimes.
Whether if it's in high school or college, everyone remembers their senior year. And these cats want more than wins this season.
But it's also the memories you make in the locker room and on road trips and stuff that'll stick with me for a while.
After being on the Northwest campus for 4 or 5 years, the guys understand the various meanings of being a Bearcat.
It's hard work. It's coming in every day, being early. It's doing things the right way.
When I came here day one, it was special. I could feel it, and then as I played here and was practicing all these years, you really learn that the people here are what makes it awesome. And
cheering on your teammates and genuinely caring about one another, and it's kind of putting that all together in the culture.
Not knowing the circumstances of having a season, the Cats only focus on what's in their control.
No matter what, if there's fans there, if there's not fans there, we're going to be excited to play. But I'm just looking forward to getting out on the court and playing against someone that isn't wearing green.
Just the opportunity to compete. Not very many people get the opportunity to play with 13 of their best friends, 30 some games a year, so just feel blessed to have that opportunity to compete.
Even though the players are working together to achieve the same goal, they want to impact the team in distinct ways.
I want to be able to be a constant factor every day. I want people to be able to look up to me a little bit and know that I'm going to be the same every single day.
Lead by example. Just work hard every day at practice, communicate, and just try to, like Hawk said, never have a bad day.
Just a constant light, and whenever someone comes to me, they can come to me for anything. And just someone who worked their butt off in everything they did and gave good energy, effort, had good attitude every day, and just someone that made the team better in the ways I can.
This is Dylan Johnson reporting for Bearcat Update.
Thanks, Dylan. We are going to take another quick break. When we come back, we have an update on esports right here on Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8.
COVID-19 has postponed normal life as we know it, but Northwest athletes are still waiting for the opportunity to do what they love. I talked to Aaron Fitzgerald, Maddie Kruger, and Richie Sanders about how COVID affected them personally.
20 of our girls got it. And so we got to practice for a week. And within that week, at the end of the weekend, about 15 of us had it.
My mom tested positive and then she got through it just fine. I live with 5 people. I have other people, 4 of them tested positive, so I had to quarantine for a long time, basically like 2 weeks. I never had a positive test, but I didn't feel very good for a while. So I know a lot of people that have had it.
I've been quarantined twice this semester, back to back, and then after I got back for a second quarantine, I actually got COVID a few days later.
COVID has also affected the capability of the teams to operate with everyone in attendance.
So we have a lot of guys that have just now recently gotten out of quarantine. We had one pitcher I think that's been quarantined 4 times. So getting your body right, which we have a lot of injuries right now because our bodies aren't prepared. We've been sitting down for 6 months.
Some girls are still getting testing done on their lungs, on their hearts and everything. We had to go through a ton of stages to get back to practicing weightlifting, all that stuff. So it's been a hard 3 months.
During the pandemic, COVID has taught Northwest athletes more than expected.
It's really taught me how to be patient. I'm a social being, so it was really hard not being with my friends and everything and, watching my senior year go by. But it just really helped me to rely on God and my family and my friends just to be able to honestly get through it all.
By knowing that it could be a lot worse. We all are mostly healthy. Nothing really happened too catastrophic to anyone on our team. It could have been a lot worse. People are literally dying from this.
With so much going on in today's world, the Bearcats still try to keep a positive attitude.
Someday we don't have to wear masks when we're standing next to each other, and maybe we will, but I guess that's it. That's how I stay positive.
No, I just believe that there will be an end to this sometime. I believe that we'll hopefully figure this out eventually, hopefully at least.
This is JD Wessel reporting.
Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Esports are constantly practicing and preparing for their matches in League of Legends, Rocket League, and CSGO. And the League of Legends team has seen a lot of success so far this season with a record of 7-2. Our reporter JD Wessel met with the team during their League of Legends match last week against Waldorf University. JD?
Northwest Esports is in full swing of the season as they've been competing for the last couple weeks. The League of Legends competition team has a current record of 7-2 and sits at 5th in the overall standings of esports. Ryan Hawkins talked about why his team has been successful this season.
I think that we would mostly be successful off of, we play a lot. We have scheduled practices on Tuesdays where we'll come into the lab from 8 to 10, and then we have our games right on Wednesday. But outside of that, we have a community of this team, so we'll just sit around whenever we're not doing homework or whatever, when we're supposed to be doing homework, and we'll just play games. It's a good community, and it's building teamwork, and you can really see it in the way that we play.
During the matches, the team relies on call-outs from each other with occasional jokes on the side while competing. And Logan Light talked about why they play with so much confidence, even during intense competition.
I feel like it comes from knowing your champion. If you're comfortable on your champion, you can make that play. You can make that really clean flash stun that just sets up the whole team on that carry champion. And also I feel like teamwork's a part of it too. I feel very comfortable with these guys. I feel very comfortable with playing with these guys. I feel like my ADC Cameron, I feel like I can lean on him all day long. He is fantastic at the game.
Light also has a vision of what he wants to get out of this season.
I'd like to see us become good friends and things like that. And I mean, as of right now, some of our champion pools are pretty small. I mean, I'd love to see that kind of blossom out and see us put together some crazy team comps. That would be amazing. And I really look forward to what's going to happen this season, and I really do hope that we kind of get a bond together as a team.
The League of Legends team continues to practice every Tuesday and Friday and have been competing on Thursday nights. The team will be preparing for its next opponent in the coming weeks as they hope to continue the success going forward. This is JD Wessel reporting for the Bearcat Update.
Thanks, JD. The team will be back in action this Wednesday to play League of Legends against the Jaguar esports team. For my pick of the week this week, I am choosing winter sports. And after having their respective seasons abruptly canceled in March, men and women's basketball plus indoor track and field weren't sure what the future held. All three of those sports watch fall sports get postponed, leaving their hopes of a season even more uncertain. But after the MIAA announced that winter sports are good to go, I'm excited to see men's basketball try for another national championship, women's basketball take the next step as a program, and for indoor track and field to make it to their pseudo-national championship. So, for those reasons and more, winter sports are collectively my pick of the week. That's going to wrap things up for this week's episode of Bearcat Update. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8. You can catch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Comment. Let us know what you want to see from us for the rest of the semester. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. I'm John Walker. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. What's up, guys? If you want to check out last week's episode of Bearcat Update, click up here. And for all of our previous episodes, click down there. We'll see you next week.